One of the single biggest drops in silver and gold has just happened in the past 24 hours, and this is everything that you need to know. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky. Again, sorry for the late upload today. I am traveling, but I wanted to make sure that I covered this because we've been talking about it for the past few days. Really not just the past few days, for the past few weeks. Again, no one knew when silver and gold were finally going to crack. Everyone was talking about it. Oh, it's a great investment. It's, a lot of momentum. And that's one thing that I've talked about over and over again. In the videos where I highlighted the performance of silver and gold, I wanted to make sure that I shedded light on how bullish it was, but how there's a difference between a trade and an investment, simply to inform beginners to take downside risk into consideration. Why, you might ask? Because of moments like this. Check this out. This is a silver-based ETF, SLV, one of the most popular ones. Has had an amazing performance recently, right? With higher highs and higher lows. It is down 26% today. If you look at gold-based ETFs, GLD as an example, in the past just a few hours, down 10.7%. And the list goes on. Gold is down 10%, silver is down 21%, copper is down 10%, palladium is down 20%, platinum is down 23%, S&P is down about 0.5%, NASDAQ a little bit over 1%, Russell less than 1%, Bitcoin 6%, Ethereum 7.5%. Over $6.5 trillion erased across all metals, equities, and crypto markets. Now, why? Profit taking. No one knew when this was going to crack, but everyone was aware that it was no longer a good deal, and that's the biggest thing that I wanted to shed light on. Never once did I talk about shorting silver because that would be very naive. Although there were big institutions like JP Morgan that were taking huge short positions on silver and in gold, mainly silver, the thing that I wanted to kind of shed light on was not encouraging beginners to now do the opposite of what the market is doing and short silver just because it's overbought, because that would be naive. We've seen it many times where an asset is overvalued, overhyped up, but if it's still relevant and direction is favorable, it can continue to rally. So I wanted to respect that. Never once did we talk about shorting it because so many beginners watch our videos. People get upset when we talk about downside risk, but it's for moments like this. So you didn't over leverage yourself and then lose 25% of money you don't even actually have. And that was the biggest thing that I talked about the past few days, is that if you're an experienced trader and you know how to trade, which means you know how to manage risk, then all power to you. Direction was in your favor, momentum was in your favor, and it made sense on why you were trading assets like silver and gold, because they were incredibly volatile, which can yield good returns. But this is where I expressed the difference between a trade and an investment. Silver was not a good investment. Anyone with any form of common sense could have seen that. If you looked at the performance of silver, again, these elevated levels are not sustainable. And I don't know why people get so offended when I shed light on the downside potential. I'm not ever encouraging you that you need to sell. You're an adult. You can do whatever it is that you want. No one cares that you are deciding to buy silver. But I'm just saying that for beginners, they shouldn't be encouraged to buy silver as an investment when it's trading at an extreme premium. We know it's trading at a premium and there's huge downside risk. Simple risk to reward ratios just wouldn't make sense. And again, moments like this. But now the question that you might want to ask yourself is this an overreaction? And now is it worth buying the dip? Or did it crack the support? Are now people getting liquidated? They lost more. That's the issue, right? If they were over leveraged, means that they, if they had $20,000, they were maybe able to buy silver with $30,000 or $40,000. Now losing 25% of that position, they probably got margin called, liquidated. Now they're losing 25% of more money of what they actually had. That is the problem that has always presented itself with crypto, and that is the problem most likely that traders are experiencing with these precious metals. It always happens. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of rally. They over leverage themselves, and then when direction turns against them, now they've had a terrible experience. They point and blame the finger to the market, but guess what? It was your inability to manage and mitigate risk and manage position size. The simple concepts we always talk about within LPP. I reiterate the same things over and over again, not because I want to sound like a broken record, because in moments like this, it is often what is most needed for beginners to listen to. And it might annoy you, but guess what? You know what's more annoying? Losing 1/4 of your value of your account, or maybe more if you're leveraged, in just a few hours. So you might think that sometimes I sound like a broken record, but it's for moments like this. And this is not an aha moment. I could not have predicted that today or soon silver had to crash. All we knew is that the signs were there. And it was clear as day that it wasn't going to be sustain itself. It wasn't going to be able to sustain itself forever, just like any other overvalued asset. The same thing happened during the GameStop movement. When momentum slows down and hype fades, profit taking begins. And again, then that's where people get margin called and liquidated. The same thing happened with Bitcoin when it went from highs of 126, 127, and now it's hovering above 80,000. Again, we shed light on these high risk, no longer good deal assets. So not to discourage you from taking trades or taking investments if you see them to meet your criteria, but just to make you aware of the downside risk. And we had so many of our LPP traders, just because of those simple concepts, were able to not get liquidated and lose 25% of their account. And a handful of them saw the opportunity of silver turning around and they began shorting silver. And again, that is for those that are a little bit more experienced. So again, whenever it is that you feel like you're ready, if you're tired of missing out, if you want access to our live trading sessions, if you are tired of making the same mistake over and over again, that's what LPP is for. Again, you can learn all of this on your own, but if it's not working out because you lack discipline, you lack consistency, and you need there to be someone to go live and watch every day, then again, that's exactly what it's for. Second link in the description down below. So it looks like, again, markets might be beginning to find signs of a support, and that's kind of the question to ask yourself. Is this an overreaction where you might want to buy into it and possibly go long for those that didn't get liquidated, or it's just the beginning for a potential reversal and more downside is bound to present itself? That's what I'm excited for. It's going to be the weekend, so I'm not going to take any positions right now, but going into Monday, that's what I'm going to be paying attention to see, hey, are these equity markets or precious metals beginning to recover? If so, a possible long trade opportunity, or if they continue to go short, then a possible short opportunity intraday to short their markets as they continue to drop. So again, very excited to follow up. I do want to share the news. Obviously, Tesla is one of the few Mag 7 stocks that are in the green today, and that's because Tesla is supposedly in talks about a merger with SpaceX. I feel like Elon Musk is trying to do anything. First it was XAI, which Elon Musk owns for a possible merger, and then now it's SpaceX. I don't know why these things spark to be a positive catalyst when we all know that Elon Musk owns them and there hasn't been any mergers that, like, for me, it's just hype. It's an overreaction and eventually it will correct itself. But again, that's just my opinion. You let me know down in the comment section what you think. Also wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that President Trump officially selects Kevin Warsh as the new Federal Reserve chair. So again, that's once Jerome Powell is done with his term, this is the new individual that is set to step in. And over 770 $1 million worth of crypto longs have been liquidated in the last 30 minutes. Again, another great reminder that you shouldn't be afraid to take advantage of opportunities, but if it's a high risk or overvalued asset, to do your part in taking downside risk into consideration and just not over leveraging yourself is a great way to start. And again, we talk about these concepts within our LPP lesson library. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and you also get access to our daily live sessions whenever you're ready to tune on in. It's the second link in the description down below. You can sign up today and start watching me trade live as soon as Monday. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team, and have a good weekend.